Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another Quick Take Reality Star News edition. Well, you guys, I was kind of sad to see this story because at the end of the day, I just want to see Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives of LA win. I want to see her win in her professional endeavors as well in her newfound relationship and pending marriage to her fiance. I just was so saddened to see this article, but here we go. Let's go ahead and get into this quick take. Now, according to Urban Bell Mag, and that's mag.com, Jennifer Williams' social media posts apparently led to warrant issued for fiance's arrest. The article goes on to share that a court in DeKalb County, Georgia, issued a warrant for the arrest of Jennifer Williams' fiance, Christian Gold. Basketball Wives star Jennifer Williams may be excited to marry Christian Gold in Paris. However, some people are skeptical about Jennifer's latest romance. Christian has discussed his past arrest on the show. He blocked an ex-girlfriend from leaving his place after they had a dispute. The woman jumped out of the window and suffered multiple injuries. Now, according to court documents, the victim had to receive treatment at a hospital. Christian is on probation but hopes to handle the restitution, so traveling to Paris for the wedding won't be a problem. On the show, Christian claimed the restitution was nearly $250,000. Jennifer later told the other woman she told him she could help. Some Basketball Wives fans have stated that they suspect Christian may be trying to allegedly scam Jennifer out of her money. A lawyer and YouTuber did some digging and found that Christian's restitution was listed at $12,500 in court documents, not close to $250,000. Rapper Mano has also publicly expressed wariness about Christian. However, Jennifer assured him and BBWLA fans Christian never asked her to pay for anything, so she didn't think anyone needed to be concerned for her. Well, Christian is back in the headlines again. This time, a warrant was issued for his arrest. According to documents obtained by Urban Bell, Christian, in documents known as Christian Walden, allegedly lied to a probation officer and did not obtain permission to travel with Jennifer out of the country. During various dates this past July, Christian had traveled with Jennifer to California, Italy, and Switzerland. The probation officer saw pictures of the couple posted to Jennifer's Instagram account. The probation officer contacted Christian on July 22nd to inquire if he had left Georgia. Christian allegedly told the officer he was in Lake Oconee for a wedding and had been there for the previous 2 days before contact. The probation officer in DeKalb County, Georgia, obtained the warrant from the judge on August 8th. Now, a copy of this warrant is provided within the source article, which is shared below in the description box if you wish to take a look. According to this article, Christian or Jennifer has yet to respond to the warrant. And unfortunately, there is a reporting of this particular situation pretty much exploding all over at this point within the social media realm. And I find it just to be so disheartening that this is something that she is going through yet again. And when I say yet again, a potential issue that could really see the end of this relationship if it goes completely left. I mean, we have been watching Jennifer, or I know I have been for sure, because I've been watching Basketball Wives since its inception. I know it's had a lot of turmoil and turbulent years, turbulent seasons, scandalous things that have occurred over the years, but I still maintained watching the show. I did appreciate when some people left the show, and I appreciated when some people came back to the show. And one of my favorites really was Jennifer. She's one of the OGs. She's been there since the beginning, and I liked and enjoyed following her story, even if they got pretty zany. I didn't appreciate the fight so much, but I still was there for the show. I think, in an interesting way, Jennifer does bring good TV. I think it's maybe her aloofness, but I don't know if it's even so much that. She just seems to be so unbothered in a way that's a little bit different than aloof, because at least she's somewhat interested in what's going on around her. But I don't know, it's just something about her essence on the show that I think helps the show. That's just my thoughts. You let me know down below if you happen to be watching, or if you stopped watching, and feel free to share why you did. I've heard quite a few reasons why a lot of people say that the show is just no good, but some of us still do watch. Now, at the end of the day, I just really want to see Jennifer get herself on track fully with a situation that is beneficial beneficial for her. She's just one of those characters or people really that you want to see win, at least in my opinion. I just feel like she's just one of those people I want to see really get it right this time. You know, when she first came on to the show, she had her ex-husband, who I cannot remember his name, but he was an NBA player. He's a former NBA player at this point, and he didn't seem very kind to her, at least not on the show. Now, I'm sure he had his reasons to feel however he felt. We're not going to get into all of that here in this particular video, but I will say that I didn't appreciate some of the things that I saw, and I would imagine that most people who watch the show during that time would probably feel the same way. From the point of just the arguing, the nastiness, and the bitterness that took place quite often between the two of them, to the throwing the drink in her face. I mean, the disrespect just no end when it came to that situation. So I was really happy to see that that was a closed chapter in Jennifer's life. And then we pop up with another relationship with Tim Norman, and we all know how that went down in flames and the reasons why it needed to never start in the first place. But we're not going to go into all the details about him either. We'll just say that the picker for Jennifer when it comes to men is just not coming out roses for her, you know? So I don't understand why this is such a difficult proposition for her, but it is, and it does sadden me because I just think that she could just really soar so much better with an actual partner that can help her in that endeavor, right? I just want to see her win. Now, of course, we move on to another gentleman whose name I can't remember, who was actually featured a couple of seasons ago on Basketball Wives. I thought that was going to be an interesting pairing. I mean, they seem to look good together, and you know, then apparently outside of the cameras, that relationship fell apart. Some may have thought that it was just for the show as well. You know, sometimes that does happen, right? Well, once that was done, then here comes Christian, pops out of nowhere. Now, some people would have a bit of an issue with the age difference right off the bat. Me personally, I don't care. They're both grown adults. It is what it is, right? And I'm so happy that she seemed to be happy. I actually like them together. I like the yin and yang from them. I like how kind he seems to be with her. But there are some people who feel that, you know, he may not be such a truthful kind of guy. And that kind of, you know, makes me a little sad for her because this one actually seems like she could potentially go the distance with if all things were going in the right direction, that is. Now, he has been transparent about his past troubles with the law, so that's something I appreciated. But then apparently it seems like he's still got issues containing the law now with this current situation that they're in. Now, we all know that on Basketball Wives, it is sharing the depiction of Jennifer going through the process of getting married to Christian Gold. And everybody seems to be on board with him. Well, there might have been a couple people who had a bit of an issue, but you know, that kind of got pushed away under the rug at this point. And I don't even know if those individuals are even on the show anymore, because I think they were one of the two that popped on just for last season, but I digress. Now, that point from when it seemed to be understood that Christian and Jennifer was in this for the long haul, I was like, okay, I'm in. Whatever it is going to be that will yield itself to a positive result, I'm in. But, you know, some people remain skeptical. Now, I'm not one of those people who completely are enamored fully on with a relationship, right? I mean, sometimes my antennas go off as well. But I'm hoping at this point, and with all the seasoned experiences that Jennifer has gone through, that this would be a situation that she could really just, you know, take a hard look at first before jumping in. Now, we are finding out, if we didn't already know, that their courtship did move kind of fast, and maybe some fast for some others' likings, as well as the engagement. But hey, everybody's grown, everybody needs to move on, and this is what's happening. And so I was all in. I mean, I'll be all in until I ain't. So, of course, people say there's red flags that are associated with this particular pairing. So these are the things that she should watch out for. And I would agree, anytime that you know of someone that might have some issues in the past, you do want to just make sure that you keep it as a mental note so that you don't see anything that repeats itself later on. That does not necessarily mean that just because someone does something in their past, they cannot grow from and move from that positioning. I do believe that there are a lot of situations where people find themselves in predicaments that otherwise, if they could go back, would most certainly not have done those types of things again. Now, I don't know all of the particulars about whatever his previous situation, that being Christian, with his last relationship that caused him to be placed in incarceration for many years, but I could imagine it was none too good. But nevertheless, whatever conversation him and Jennifer have had, Jennifer has come to the point that it's okay with her, in the sense, not okay maybe what was done, but okay with the sense that she can move on with this guy. I'm here for it. We'll see what happens. But seeing this news pop up now just makes me feel like, here we go. with one more situation that could potentially derail this relationship. Whether or not this does fall out to be true all the way to where a warrant does actually get issued, whatever time frame left on his probation could be a situation that will allow him to no longer be available to be married. And how much more time are we going to wait for that type of a situation? At this point, if we can't move on fully from something that's happened in the past and it's affecting what's going on my current, I might have to take a second look at that, all right? Because this is not something that Jennifer was ever a part of in the first place. So I don't know if we're going to see this actually transpire on Basketball Wives, or we're just going to see this all play out in the blogs or in the news articles or on social media. I'm not really sure. I would imagine that, with the transparency that Jennifer has had at times with her past relationships, that we will see some essence of this, some maybe explanation, some kind of correction if that's need be, but at this point it's not really looking good. So of course I'm going to continue to keep following this story myself, because I do have a vested interest in the show and definitely want to see the perspective of this situation play out on the show as well. At this point, I really am hoping that we see something work out positively for Jennifer. I don't know if it will mean that this will be in matrimony with this relationship, but nevertheless I do hope that whatever the case may be, it doesn't drag her down, because she seems to be doing well in her professional endeavors, and that's one thing I would hate to be touched due to this situation. One of the things that Jennifer has brought to us is many funny sayings. One is she is allergic to being broke, and I can understand that. I can even appreciate that, quite frankly. And I just don't want to see anything to put her in a position where she's got to be yielding herself again. Not to mention, didn't we just see a series that she did on a scammer ex-boyfriend that she had, who apparently stole her car a couple years ago, something to that effect? Yeah, she did a whole documentary on it. It was like a 2-3 episode document. If you saw that, let me know down in the bottom in the comment section. I sure would like to know what your thoughts were. I mean, I could not believe the mess of stuff that she actually unraveled by this ex. I mean, it was insane, all the stuff that went down. And would think that she would have the guard rails up around that heart of hers, and she would definitely have anything up top, meaning in the brain, on high alert for any foolishness. So I do hope that this turns out to be something else than what it apparently seems to really be, because we can't live ourselves in the clouds, right? If it is what it is what it is. But I do wish Jennifer well. I do hope that she's able to recover from this, no matter whatever the case may be. So I do wish them both well. Hopefully they can get the situation worked out. I guess we'll see how things go on, but I would love to know your thoughts. So go ahead and leave those respectful thoughts down in the comment section. Do you think that this is the end to this relationship, or do you think they're going to be able to kind of ride the wave and get through it? I mean, I would love to know your thoughts. I know some people feel like she should probably just cut bait and run. Maybe should have cut bait and run from the first place. Maybe shouldn't have gotten involved in the first place. If that's your thoughts, go ahead and leave those respectfully down below as well. I would love to know. So with that being said, I think that will be about it for this quick take, but I do appreciate you being here. And of course, if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, be a part of the family. I would love to have you, because of course, being subscribed here on the YouTube, well, it's for free. And I would love for you to be a part of this journey as well. And of course, if you did appreciate the sharing, go ahead and give this video a like, as I would so appreciate that. And yeah, definitely make sure that you have your all notification bells on, because I've got some more quick takes coming down on the platform here, and many more videos, shorts, and all that good stuff. And I most certainly would not want you to miss any uploads. So with that, I thank you again so much for being here. Welcome to all of you that are new here and have just recently subscribed. We're moving up in our family numbers, and so I'm so appreciative of that. And I do appreciate all of you for your viewing and listening support. So with that, I think I'm going to bid you adieu. Again, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, or whatever time it is that you're watching this video. Take care, be blessed, and be safe. Bye.